You wanna meet with crazy? I'm crazy.
Let's go.
You bitch.
Are you willing to sleep in the same bed with me?
No! God, please, no!
She cheated on me. You know that?
What?
You bring this up?
That brings us to this moment, our recommitment ceremony.
And if you make that decision, you can walk out of here together. If not, you will walk out alone.
I want them to be happy.
Wow. TLC's really out here fixing yet another set of marriages. Hey poops, and welcome back. As you can see, TLC is back with another season of one of their many spin-offs. And did I say they're here to fix the marriage? I meant destroy. Yes, they brought back another season of The Last Resort, and they're here to make people remember their days as a leprechaun.
1669. I was small. I was like a dwarf, like that big.
Like a dwarf.
Like a performer in a circus. They would hang me upside down in metal shoes, and I would spin. I would entertain people.
I'm pretty sure the only couple that stayed together from the last season is Yara and Jovi. So I mean, I don't think it worked, guys. But before the new season comes, which is on December 2nd, I would like to do a little recap of each of the couples just to see if they should have even gotten married in the first place. This season, we're actually kind of getting a wild array of couples like Jasmine and Gino, Rob and Sophie. I guess that's actually the only couples that I really figured would be on there. But the rest of the couples, I didn't realize that they were going to be here. Like Ara and Benny, I haven't heard anything about them in so long. Either that or I didn't really watch them, if I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know if it's because I just skipped over their parts, I wasn't paying attention, or I just didn't see the season they were in somehow. But I haven't heard about them in a long time. So when I saw them pop up, I was kind of confused. And then we have Brandon and Julia. Same thing with them. I actually did watch their segments, but we haven't heard from them in so long, so it was weird to see them pop up as well. And then one couple I am excited to see is Stacy and Florian. Not so excited that they have to resort to The Last Resort, but I do love Darcy and Stacy, the show. Anyway, them as people, they are chaotic, and I just love watching them. But I'm just excited to see what's going on with them, because I don't think Darcy and Stacy is actually going to get another season. I could be wrong. I feel like I feel like I saw something somewhere that said they weren't going to get another season. And then the last couple that we have, which really threw me through a loop, was Natalie and Josh. Which doesn't make any sense because Josh and Natalie aren't a couple. They're not together. Like,
would you consider Natalie your girlfriend?
Well. Next question. See ya.
Isn't this for like people who, well, I guess they did have Liz and Ed, but Liz and Ed got engaged like 20 times. So I mean, yeah, sure. But Josh and Natalie, she doesn't even know his kids. Why are they here? And it's actually funny because even in the poster, it's just her by herself in the back. Like, so it's like he wasn't even on the poster. Why are they here? I think they just wanted to put Jasmine and Natalie in the same house, like the two craziest girls. Just I feel like it's going to be entertaining. So some of these couples I'm not going to recap just because there was either too much or I didn't really watch them, like Stacy and Florian. I will recap them just a little bit. Florian and Stacy met when he was 24 and she was 41, so there was already an age gap kind of problem between them, but that wasn't too big of an issue. I think they got over it pretty quickly.
He was a 25-year-old fitness model from Albania. And I was around 40, so I was definitely concerned about our age difference. But I don't know, there was just something about him.
And it seems like the biggest issue that Stacy and Florian has always had is money problems. Florian just not having a job the whole time and Stacy just paying for everything. That seems to have been the problem throughout everything, like through all their seasons. They had other spiffs and spaffs, but that always has been like the big thing that's been on the table. And the only reason I'm not going to recap the relationship is just because there is so much. Like I said, her and her twin sister Darcy have a show on their own. They even had a show before all of this TLC stuff that their dad paid for, which I think was just like about their life. It's crazy.
Darcy. And I'm Stacy. We're two busy moms and wives who dream of making it in showbiz. Oh, and did I mention we're twins and we live under one roof? There's always a double dose of drama in our world. Welcome to the twin life.
And then the next couple I'm not really going to recap is Ari and Benny, just because, like I said, I did not really watch their segments. So I can't really give you too much information about them. I don't really know. I could go back and watch all of it, but I kind of feel like I don't want to. So the first couple I'm really going to get into is Jasmine and Gino. Now we get introduced to our lovely couple, Jasmine and Gino, back on season 5 of Before the 90 Days. Gino is 51 from Michigan and Jasmine is 34 from Panama. And really quick, I just wanted to add this in. I don't know if you guys remember how wild her laugh was, but when I heard it, it caught me off guard. But then it made me realize, like, dang, I haven't heard her laugh in a long time. Like, not like this anyway.
You cannot tame Latinas. You're not tameable.
But Jasmine and Gino met on an international dating website, and after 9 months of hardcore talking, he decides he's gonna fly out and see her. And he makes sure to pack the most important thing.
My secret stash. Ta-da! These are the little blue pills. It can make you last longer.
Where did you get those?
Online.
Now, throughout the seasons, they have quite a lot of issues, but even before they met, they already had issues, and why they decided to meet, I don't know. But alas, like I say, they decide to meet, and when he drops down, they have maybe an hour of pleasantries.
Whoa! Look at you! Oh my God! Give me the baby talk.
Who's my little baby? Who's my gringo bonito?
2 seconds later.
I go like anything that's coming from animals.
Would you like 2? Is that good?
I told him like 1,000 times I don't eat any animal products, but he doesn't listen.
Now, when he gets down there, it's about holidays time, so they decide to have their own little Christmas thing with each other and give each other gifts. Now, Gino already messed up by giving her his gift the day before, and it was a toothbrush, but Jasmine did not realize that was actually all the gifts. So the next morning, she's so excited to give him her gifts.
I love my crazy Panamanian girlfriend.
And this is mine. Look.
Oh, I am the crazy Panamanian girlfriend.
So yeah, she made these cute little t-shirts, and you know, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but it was more than a toothbrush. A lot more thought was put into it. But when she puts out her hands and is ready for her gifts, he gave her a toothbrush, and for some reason he gave it to her the night before. So this is where things start rolling downhill. This makes Jasmine angry because she feels like he's being cheap with her, where with his ex-girlfriends, he would take them on a trip, go to Disneyland, wherever the heck they're going. So he would spend a lot of money on them. But she's like, I'm just getting a measly little toothbrush. So she's not having it. So since she's so upset about the toothbrush thing and the holidays being ruined for her, she decides to smooth it over and book them a trip to an island getaway just so they can sit down and be peaceful and love on each other. So she just continues to keep giving him more gifts.
I wasn't happy about exchanging gifts yesterday. I just planned a 4-day trip to an amazing island here in Panama. Just one little detail. You need to pay for it.
How much is this gonna cost? Do you know?
Oh, $2,500.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Now, the way she gets him to pay for this, she really guilt trips him, and it really shows how jealous of a person she is.
I wish we could have spoke about the cost part of it.
That's cheaper than any other trip that you have taken before with other women. I'm not worthy of staying with her.
You're worth it to me, so I'll do it.
Obedient. That's how I like it.
Now, this isn't the only time she shows some type of jealousy. She immediately does it right after when they go to a restaurant and he decides to tip the waitress. Here in America, it is required to give a tip. Well, I say required, you should. Don't be a douchebag. Give your waitresses a tip. So we do it here, but I guess in Panama, they don't. That's what she was saying anyway. But he, as an American, was like, no, I'm going to give them a tip. Pretty sure if it was a dude waiter, there probably would have not been any problem. I'm harping on Jasmine right now a lot, but just wait till we get to the later parts.
Oh, baby, I don't give any tips in Panama.
But normally we tip.
That's why these people get used to it, and then with us Panamanians, they want to charge us that, and we don't have that money, so no.
If it's a good waitress, you would tip about 15%, let's say, maybe 20.
You have something with the waitress.
What? I guess you won't really have to wait for long because Gino starts showing his true colors pretty quickly. After their little date fiasco, Gino admits to the producers that he is still talking to his ex, and he doesn't tell Jasmine because of course she would be angry. So instead of him just not talking to his ex anymore, or anything but lying, now maybe I could understand why Jasmine is jealous. But again, we're here to figure out if they should even got married in the first place, and right now it's looking like maybe not. But let's continue on. But just as Gino is hiding something, so is Jasmine. Gino wants a baby so bad, and for some reason he is willing to pop one out real quick with her, even though they haven't known each other, they just met. Like, he wants a baby now. And she is secretly taking birth control. As a woman, you can do whatever the hell you want to do with your body. And they just started dating. They just met. Like, she doesn't really have to tell him. You know what I mean? Like, if they were married for years and years and years and years, and all those years they were trying, and she's like, yes, we're gonna have a baby, and then secretly taking birth control, then that's messed up. Because then you're just making the dude feel like, oh, maybe there's something wrong with me. Like, that's wrong. You guys just met. Let her take her birth control. And honestly, when she explains it to him, it's one of the most mature things she's done throughout all the seasons. Like, the smartest thing she's could have done, the smartest thing she said, like, both of them. Like,
I've been taking birth control pills. I've been taking them.
Yeah, I mean, why did you start taking them? I guess I don't understand.
Baby, this is just your first trip. This is the first time we've met.
Do you really, I mean, how do you feel now? Do you think you really need them?
Gino, we are not making a family right now. We are not ready, not even close.
but even with all this built up tension, they decide to still go on their island getaway. This is where things just start spiraling and spiraling. For some reason, Gino's ex reached out to Jasmine, letting her know that Gino has been talking to her and that he has done some other things that we will get into here in a second.
One of your exes sent me a message, and she told me that she wanted to chat with me, and she also told me that you're still communicating and that you have even told her about me.
At first, she believes him, but then he starts getting a little fidgety.
I just ignored it, and I just texted her back, like, I don't think we have anything to chat about. I trust Gino. I know that he's not communicating with you. And she was trying to send me another thing. But I blocked her even before she did.
Okay.
But now I know you, and I really trust you. Why you look at me that way? Are you nervous?
Like, what could you have been possibly talking to your ex about Jasmine? Like, well, he was talking about her boobs in the form of pictures. This is the part that I feel like no one talks about, and it's maybe because it's so early on, but I think I mentioned this during the Happily Ever tell-all, but people harp on Jasmine so much, being like, she's crazy, she's just jealous, she's this, she's that, he brought her to America, yada yada, just like basically bringing Jasmine down. And the only thing people really have to say about Gino is like, oh, he's weird. But it's like, he's a creepo. Like, he took the person that he supposedly loves, vulnerable pictures, and sent them to somebody to brag to them about it. Is that not clicking with anybody? Because I don't feel like people talk about that enough when it comes to Gino and Jasmine. Like, he did something so disgusting, and I guess you could argue like, yeah, you shouldn't be sending your pictures to anybody you don't know, but honestly, like, if you trust this person, then again, she didn't really you know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna drill myself into this one, but that was just so disgusting to me. And that's like, when it comes to their relationship, that is the one thing I think about the most compared to everything else that's been shown. Yeah, she said she screamed some crazy stuff, but when it comes to that part, like, she even lost her job and everything over it. And there was other factors with her job thing too, so I can't just blame it all on that. But still a very disgusting act. Now, she gets so mad that when they get back to the room, she ends up taking her Christmas gift and yeeting it out the room. And this is where Gino admits that he did have sugar babies in the past and that he would pay $250 just for dinner.
Did you pay girls to go on dates?
A couple of times, but it was dinner dates.
So you just paid for dinner, or you paid them?
I paid them.
And he was paying for the dinner too. And earlier on, she went to go take him clothes shopping, and yes, it was $500. They could have easily taken a couple things out. You're spending that kind of money just to have a dinner with somebody. I bet you if you put your money into some clothes and shaving off the patch of the back of your head, maybe you would, you know, get some game. I don't know, but spending $250 on a dinner but then being mad you gotta buy clothes is crazy. And then, yeah, now that I think about it, the toothbrush thing. You're spending $250 on a dinner and you gonna give me a $20 toothbrush for Christmas? Are you crazy? Now, after she throws out that toothbrush, they start to conversate and they're talking about the sugar babies and all that. Jazz comes in hot, but honestly, everything that Gino's about to say makes me even more mad. She's yelling at him, asking why he would send her pictures. And this dude is like, I didn't send anything nude. I didn't send you nudes. I just sent her your titties. That's all I did.
I'm not so your ex of me that I trust on you.
What? Say what now?
What you gonna do? Because I'm gonna sue you.
What nudes?
The nudes you sent to her.
Those weren't nudes. Yeah, your breasts are showing. That's correct, but they're not nudes.
Stupid bitch. And things just start getting more and more heated. She ends up ripping off his hat.
So take off your hat.
She's yelling at him. They're screaming. Well, she's screaming. And she even goes to attack him at one point.
Don't. Guys?
I'm gonna hear this all damn depression.
Stop.
But Jazz ends up just breaking down and just begging, why would you do this? And he tells her that he did it to rub it into his ex's face, even though his ex did not care. It turns out this was one of his ex sugar babies. She don't care about you. And the way he says that he wants to fix it is that she can send one of her exes his dick pic.
Why did you do it?
I told you why.
Why?
To rub it into her
Rub
sheet.
what? Is that what I mean to you? A piece of meat.
I want to send my to one of your exes. Go ahead.
No.
I don't
There is
really care.
nothing to brag about. My pictures were hot. You're depressing.
Emotional damage.
And even after all of this craziness, they still got engaged. They still had a proposal like the next day, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and that all happened in one season. One season, by the way. This was just episode after episode after episode. You would think this was like years worth of stuff with the fighting and the just all of it. It wasn't. It was just one season. And when I went to go look at the date, it said 2021, and I was like, we've only been with them for 3 years. I felt like we've been with them for forever. And then I looked at the date again, and it said December of 2021. So technically we didn't get them until 2022. Now, they ended up marrying on June 7th of 2023, and they now have been on 4 seasons, going on 5 with the last resort of 90 Day. They're on 2 seasons of Before the 90, 1 season of 90 Day, and then 1 season of Happily Ever After, and now finishing off on Happily Ever After. Though there are some speculations of Gino being on the new season of Single Life, but there hasn't been anything that TLC has said, so that would be interesting to see, honestly. I would watch it. I didn't go through their whole relationship because the whole time it's just a spiral, and it just gets worse and worse. Like, this season was already crazy enough. The whole thing was just filled of jealousy, lies, screaming matches, manipulation, and spending wedding dress money on butt implants. And soon this show will put their relationship to rest. I can't think of too many couples that we have got to see from beginning to end like this, other than Angela and Ed's relationship. And as you can see, but since Jasmine and Gino literally took a whole video to talk about, I will talk about the rest of our contestants in another video. Now, I do hope to get back on a certain, maybe not schedule, but making videos at least once a week again, like I was doing. I apologize, I have fallen off a little bit. I've just been tired and things. I still work and things like that, so I do really enjoy making these videos, and I really want to get back into it because I really like also talking to you guys and just finding out new stuff and watching this trash fire with somebody. I gotta talk to somebody about it. But if anybody wants to get married and experience this dumpster fire firsthand with me, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, because I'm looking for my spot in the TLC world with you, baby. But thank you guys again for watching. It's always appreciated. You guys have a beautiful day. Bye.